first day down there?
First day of the farm was good. Good to be back at the farm. Out there, it's great. Just a different mindset for the guys. I mean, I think especially young players, maybe a little bit of like, wow, this is a shock. But for the older guys that have been, it's that we're in training camp mindset. And I think by having that place, by going there to practice there and separate training camp, it gives them a different feel for where we're at and what part of the season it is.
Does it kind of block things out when you go over there for some of the younger guys and the veterans as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just changes it up. I think you can get monotonous after a while, and I think the farm's training camp, and so when you get out there, we're not there that long. You're out there for anywhere a week to 10 days. I think the 10 is probably the most we've ever been out there. 6 is probably the least. But you're there, you're in a training camp mentality, and I think I don't know if it's blocked out. You just know it's different. And so I think that helps the guys just as they get through training camp.
Is it a shock to the system for some of those younger guys when they go out there for the first time?
Well, I think it's a shock to their system, no matter where we are right now. It's been over 100 degrees, I think, every practice with the heat index. So our practice, we practice at a pretty high tempo. So I think the younger guys are kind of shell-shocked right now just in existence.
Coach, you lost, obviously Chris went to pro early and then Ryan Brown graduated, but kind of overlooked the number of upperclassmen and seniors you got back on the defensive line. Talk about how those guys are kind of leading that group.
Well, they do a good job. There's guys that, the one thing I think gets lost is everyone wants to look at just starters. Well, I mean, to me, I'd like to play 22 guys equal reps on defense. So there's guys, whether it be Nelson Adams, John Calvin, A.J. Jefferson, Will Coleman, that have Nick James. These guys have played a lot of football, probably missing even a couple more, that have played in a bunch of games for us. So, now for us to continue that rotation, we're going to need some new names and some other guys to step up. But we'd like to make sure we can constantly rotate defensive players. And so we do have some veteran upperclassmen. And you see those guys, they've been around, and they know how to lead, they know how to set the bar high, and they know what the standards and expectations of the program are. So they can make sure the young guys understand where they need to get to.
We've talked a lot about getting 4 quarterbacks enough reps, but how do you get 6 running backs enough reps in a practice?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hot out, so they're all right rotating right there. So they, I mean, we go 1s, 2s, and 3s, so, they each split the reps with different groups right now. And but there's plenty of reps to be had at practice. There's plenty of reps to be had at practice. We when you're going up tempo, the great thing is you can get some extra reps in there, guys, get a little bit more work in, and I think when it's this hot out too, guys don't notice if they miss. They think they're getting enough.